Okay, I just bought these. I've been buying these rocket arrowheads off eBay and Amazon for many years. I've been using them for longer than I can remember. And I just bought some off of eBay. This is my first bad experience. Now they look like cheap Chinese knockoffs or something, or cheap whoever knockoffs. I've never seen these before. This is what they're supposed to look like. Just off of just they come out of regular packaging, the rocket arrowhead packaging. Well, this I just bought these, and on the pictures on eBay they looked okay. The guy was selling them, saying he doesn't have the original packaging, but they're brand new and never been shot. Well, it turns out I looked again, and he's got a whole bunch of these things without the packaging, and it turns out that they're not the same. You look at these here, the accessories that come with them. I hope the lighting is good here, but these little O-rings that come with them, they are very important. And if you read the instructions that come with the broadheads, you'll realize why they're important. But this is what they're supposed to look like out of the original packaging, and the ones on the right are original. That looks like copper ones, I guess. On the left are the ones that came with what appears to be cheap knockoff broadheads. And if you look, it's kind of hard to see here, but if you look, you can see they are not the same. They're not as thick. They're not even done right. The one on the left, if you see that, see these right here. One on the left, they're smaller. The ring itself is not as thick, and I'm saying they're not going to do the same job. If you measure the two side by side, two of the ones on the left are probably as thick as the original one on the right. If you put them on top of each other, it's going to be probably pretty close. It's hard to tell on this video here, but if these rings are not to spec, your broadhead blades could break on impact. And it'll tell you that in the instructions. And they're not even, if you look at it, again, it's kind of hard to see here in the video, but they're not even, the hole is not even in the center on the one on the right. It looks like just a bunch of cheap junk that somebody just ran through a press and just puked them out, at high speed, while the one on the right actually looks like it's kind of high quality. But that's not even the worst part. Look at these broadheads here, and I'm going to try and see if I can do this here so you can see it on the video. This is the original. This is a real broadhead here from Rocket, and you see how these blades are? See how these blades? They're perfect. It's like they're made for the broadhead. You see it? See how they trying to get this on the video. Probably, I apologize if I don't. I just want everybody to see that. Beware of these cheap broadheads. This is the original one. See it? See how that works? Now watch. Look at that. And those are also silver blades. See it? Those are silver blades. Well, these are black blades. This is one of the ones I got. Again, it's kind of hard to see on the picture. It was hard to see on the eBay picture where the guy got me. But those blades are not silver, they're black, and they're stiff. You see this? They're stiff. They don't, see it? You see the difference? There's one on here that's loose. It looks like it's supposed to be the way it's supposed to be, but these other two are stiff. Then that's like either this guy either shot them and replaced them with cheap blades. Replace the old blades with cheap blades. This one's got a nick in it, which is you're not supposed to be that way. If you look at it, you see a nick in there. There's a nick on that side. These are cheap blades. They're possibly replacement blades, and somebody's putting this stuff together. But you see that? It's stiff. They're probably not going to open up like they should on impact. I'm afraid to use them in a real life situation. But you see this here? These are loose. That's what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be perfectly, open perfect on impact. So here we go. I paid a bunch of money. I paid about as much for those broadheads as I do any other broadheads, and I'm stuck with them. I hate to use them. I'm afraid to use them because they might not work properly in real life. So that's all I got. I got taken on eBay. Looks like, and again, this is just my best opinion on what I'm seeing here. It's on video. I don't know what else to do. I hate to accuse anybody of anything, but just be careful. Take a close look. What you're looking for. These are silver blades, the good ones, and the other ones are black blades. You got to get a good look at the picture on eBay. If you look again at the auction that I bought them off of, yeah, they are kind of, but it looked like it's shadow at first, but no, they're black. Those blades are black. The other thing is, and over the years I've seen Rocket change the rubber band that they use. Seems like the latest ones they use is a little thinner, black rubber band, and it seems to do good. Years ago they used to have kind of that color band. I don't remember it ever being that thick, but it looks like it's just another rubber band. And you see you have to fold these things in here because they fit in there so tight. The blades are not made for that broadhead, is the way it looks to me anyway. So, but, and there's a better look at those two rings, though the rubber bands. You kind of see how they are. You know, it's just everything's different. And I don't know what else to say other than just beware what you're buying on eBay. Everybody is getting in on the bandwagon of doing cheap knockoffs, and you know, other than that, it looks fairly kind of okay. If you look at, you know, I also noticed if you look at that chisel tip, see how that chisel tip looks? See that? It's kind of concave. I think that's the right word. Convex? No, concave, because it's like a cave, yeah. And this one over here, if you look at this, it's also a little concave, but it's not the same. You see that? You hold them, it looks, see it? See the surface? It's kind of concave. It's not the same, and you can see that it's not done the same way. Now it's also possible, see it? So you can tell the molding in there is just not, it's not as smooth, it's not as clean. See that? It's not as sharp. The edges are not as sharp or well defined. See it? It's kind of, looks kind of, the edge is kind of straight, while this edge is kind of curved. You see it? See the edge? See? It's just El Cheapo. It's got just a slight curve in it, maybe, and it may just be a optical illusion, but this one clearly has that little curve in it, and it makes better cutting as it enters your target, and it's smoother. You see that? See that concave part? See, it's smoother. It looks like it's actually been machined. See it from all sides? That one looks like it just came out of kind of a mold or something. And maybe, I don't know. It's just, will they work? I don't know. But don't pay, if you're going to buy these, don't pay the same amount as you will for these other ones. I've been buying these here off of eBay for anywhere from 15, 18 bucks a piece. And that's about what I paid for these here, about 15 something a piece. So just beware. I got taken. I won't get taken so easily again. Is how I feel anyway.